Before I start off with some cardio, hashtag walking, definitely gonna warm up with some foam rolling. My back is not doing so great for me right now since it's 11 p.m. Last couple days have been really good though, so I'm thankful for that. But in general, the 4 or 5 days before the last 2 days have felt like total crap. Very tight, feeling lots of pain in my back and not doing so great. Like I said, the last couple days have been great. I wanted to do legs tonight. That's not happening because I just want to kind of, well, first of all, it's 11 p.m. at night, and really just want to warm up, keep myself well, and not aggravate myself any more than I have before, previously. So, just gonna go on and do some cardio tonight. And by cardio, I mean walking. But first off, I'm gonna start with some foam rolling. It's really all about consistency, consistently going to the gym, consistently making progress, whether it's business or in life or whatever. You consistently have to make effort to put out and get a return. So I'm trying to put out, do my thing here as much as possible, stretching, loosening up, activating my glutes a little bit more, loosening up the back as much as possible, and loosening up the whole body. Also, have a new stretch to stretch out the hip flexors and the quads in general. That sometimes can aggravate back pain. So I'm gonna been doing some of that the last week, and hopefully that helps. Now, I have been told and it's been suggested that starting with the glutes is a fantastic idea, and you really just want to start slow. Actually, you want to foam roll the whole time really slowly, so that's the game plan. Just trying to unwrinkle knots that are in the muscle tissue or what have you. Then definitely move on with do the hamstrings, a little bit of calves if I feel needed, definitely the lower back, upper back. I will do my lats separately because those are probably really tight. Oh, and then the quads after that. And sometimes when you find a really tough spot that hurts a little bit more than others, you can just add pressure to it and let your body just kind of fall on that area, just to kind of help release that pressure and help roll that out. Just kind of want to help educate others, motivate others, inspire others to do something, and not let anything hold you back, and to kind of just keep going, because you know what, that's the name of the game. It's the name of the game. Keep moving forward, right? I put myself back a couple weeks, actually a couple months. I put myself back just kind of chilling, depressed, decided I didn't want to do anything because of what happened to my back, or what is happening to my back. Do I want to be warming up and not doing a whole lot? Nope. While I'm doing the segment here, the idea is just to kind of warm yourself up and get some movement throughout your body. It's not to do full-on cardio and get your heart rate up and do a whole bunch of fat burning shit. This is not what that is. This is literally just to loosen up the back and get me nice and warm, for me to be able to stretch properly. 30-second holds, probably a couple times, so I can get into a deep stretch, so I actually improve my range of motion and actually loosen up the way I'm supposed to. This will be kind of week 3 of the documentation I'm doing of my rehab on my back. I posted the video on YouTube of weeks number 1 and 2. So I kind of had like a lower body workout and an upper body workout that I was doing for a couple weeks, mostly just to maintain my muscle that I have. And the idea behind the leg day was just to focus more on the glutes, and kind of do higher reps to focus on proportion, symmetry, and just get all the form down for all the movements I was doing. Anyways, this is week 3. It's Tuesday, January 29th, I think, or 30th. So the past couple weeks I've been seeing a physiotherapist. He's been cracking my back. He's a chiropractor. So he's adjusted my back. I shouldn't say crack my back. He's adjusted my back a couple different times. He's increased my range of motion a little bit with some movements in back, releasing tension techniques. He's kind of been showing me a couple more stretches to do to kind of help relieve. And then I saw someone else who mentioned that maybe I've been breathing with my chest and my lungs a lot instead of my belly and my diaphragm in general. So supposedly I'm supposed to be, you know, you don't really think about it, right? In terms of breathing, you just breathe, you just do it. We've been doing it ever since we were born. So yeah, I've been trying to practice breathing with my stomach a little bit more with my diaphragm, because breathing with my chest may have been putting pressure on my lower back and hyperextending every time I do, kind of thing. So I brought my chest down a little bit, try to, contracting the muscles that I have to in order to do that, and then breathing with my belly. And I've noticed that if I don't stretch on a particular day, I know I'm supposed to stretch every day, but this particular day I didn't, and then that's how I got tightened up, sore, my body wasn't feeling very good. But anyways, I'm going to try and get into another physiotherapist. I heard this guy's pretty good. He's got an app for stuff to do to help rehab yourself. So I'm going to look into. I gotta find a videographer or someone, or someone who knows what the hell they're doing, because I certainly do not. In terms of adjusting my gorilla selfie stick here and making sure my camera stand is on the frickin' screw, and I don't even know what I'm doing. Now, In terms of stretching, it's always a good idea to do the biggest muscle first kind of thing. So I'm going to start with my legs, then work my way up to the upper body, focusing on the legs in general, and then the back, particularly the lats and the lower back. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. And not feeling too great right now, but that's okay. Work in progress, right? That's what this is all about. So yeah, quads first, hamstrings, back, so forth. Oh, and hip flexors in there too, that I'll show you super quick. 30-second holds. Do it. I'm gonna do it twice. I'm not gonna show it twice, but I am gonna do it twice. 30-second holds at a time. Legs, upper body. Also, for me, as soon as I sit down first to stretch out my lumbar spine, my thoracic, and my hamstrings. So, I mean, I'm doing better now, but usually I haven't been able to quite touch my toes. So I'm gonna stand up, reach for my toes first, and then sit down and go for that. Now with the hip flexor move, what I'm going to do is get into the position that you literally just saw, okay? Legs both at 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, right? Now what I'm going to do is tuck my tailbone in. So right here, I'm going to tuck this in, my pelvis, pull it forward this way. So tuck it in this way. Now as soon as I do that, tucking my tailbone in, I automatically already feel stretch right in here from my quad, hip flexor area. So right away I'm already feeling that stretch. So for about 10 seconds or 20 seconds, I'm going to let that stretch out before I kind of move forward to stretch even further. Because you don't want stretching to be painful and uncomfortable. You just want it to feel the stretch and let your muscles relax. You need to relax as much as possible and breathe, belly breathing, right? And you need to relax and just let the stretch happen. Stay positive, stay real. Good night. What's up, Instagram? So, haven't been training a whole ton lately. My back hasn't been feeling the greatest. Been having pains at my lats, pain in my lower back, just from not giving myself much of a break at all over the last 3 years of training. Pushing it really hard, not giving myself a break and chance for my body to really recover. Also sitting on my wallet on the same side for the past few years hasn't helped. Hinging at the hips for long periods of times haven't helped at all. Dishes, brushing my teeth, stuff like that. And lack of stretching. So the last month Been doing a lot more stretching, holding them for about 30 seconds at a time, a couple times a day. But if I miss a day of stretching, then I start to hurt again. Does not feel good. Anyways, I'm going to start documenting a lot of my rehab for my back that I'm doing for myself, in terms of and documenting my exercise, stretching, nutrition, supplements, all that jazz. That's also if I even choose to exercise at all. Some days I can't even, but today starting to feel pretty good. And this guy convinced me to do shoulders today. I've got so many things I want to start doing in terms of training, documenting, promoting health and the idea of a fitness lifestyle in general. Alright, so just finished a wicked arm workout with a coworker. Did really well. In the video, if you notice, I try to do more machine work, more stuff that I had back support with, and not so much freestanding stuff, except for when someone took one of our benches, which is totally fine because there was two of us. We were using two benches, but just to make things go faster and easier for us. But anyways, so then I had to stand up at one point, which is whatever. Wasn't bad for the tricep dumbbell extension. Overall, it was a super good workout. I feel like my arms were fairly toast after it, and I felt fairly decent today. So I decided to go for it because I really needed to do it. I feel like just doing this light work all the time, and rehab is great, but man, did I really need to do that just to kind of hype me up again for life, kind of thing. Because in general, you just feel like you're going downhill through rehab, and it's just, especially when the pain and stuff like that is up and down. There's good days and bad days, and today was a decent day. I'm really happy about that. Anyways, in terms of the grind, worked 8 hours, had 2 clients, trained. Now I'm about to go to a meeting with a buddy of mine, work on a new project coming up. Excited for that, stay tuned. I didn't get a chance to stretch though. I literally got to meet this guy right now. So what I'm gonna do is go to this meeting and then come back to the gym, again, it's going to be about probably 10 o'clock by that time. Do some walking on the treadmill, loosen up the back, engage the glutes a lot, and then have time to stretch. And maybe I'll get some film of that, maybe I won't. I kind of already did that a couple nights ago, so that's it. Cheers, folks. So I'm off to the gym right now, about to rock a leg day, small leg day, not too awesome or great, but it's a new leg day protocol that I'm working on. It's a little bit different than the average go in and build legs. It's more just to literally just to strengthen the inner quad, so the vastus medialis, and then help activate a little bit more of the glutes to help hopefully relieve the back pain I've been having. So I'm going to try to do this leg day workout about twice a week. Off to the gym right now to crush it. Okay, so starting this leg session rehab day off with the calf stretching. So I'm literally just using heavier weight-ish to stretch the crap out of my tight, including the soleus down below. So I'm just letting them stretch, and as I do that, I'm going to sink down further and further, little bits at a time, while the stretch gets deeper and deeper. Now, just like a drop set to get down into deeper muscle fibers, I'm going to lower the weight to get down into an even deeper stretch, so I can continue the stretch and get further, because I need to create range of motion and the ability to move better and function better, so I can get deep into my squats when I go to perform them in a couple weeks. Okay, so I got a couple things planned, such as goblet squat and step-ups and stuff, but like a different form to help engage the glutes and strengthen the quad up. But first I'm going to activate the glutes a little bit with some kickbacks, because this will just bring in some blood flow into the glute, which will benefit me overall by activating it first, so my mind knows that this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm working on, to help strengthen it with the next couple moves that I'll be performing. I'm going to go to the back, about 15 to 20 reps. Not too heavy, I want to do this light, kind of slow and controlled, pausing at the top and breathing properly, because it doesn't need to be heavy or aggressive, it just needs to work. The back and now to the side to engage the lateral part of the glute. Okay, so for this movement, it's kind of like a step up. I'm basically using plates because I don't know what the other stuff is. My heel is elevated with a 10-pound plate. I got a bunch of stacked here, basically so I can do step ups. So what I'm gonna do is have my knee kind of over my toe here, but the objective here is to have my knee stay out here this way, so I can keep an eye on my front toe the whole time, and this is gonna help develop and strengthen my vastus medialis, the medial part of my quad. And that is what is weak. So when I strengthen this up, it'll engage my glutes more, which will strengthen up, which will help reduce the back pain. Hopefully, is the idea here. So what I'm gonna do is step up without using this foot, step up using this foot. It's hard to do. I can feel it burning already. I'm gonna stand up nice and tall, hold it 3 seconds, engage my glutes, and flex my quads. 3, 2, 1, back down, and back up, only using this leg. Now, like I said, the idea is for me to be able to see my big toe if I were to look down, and keep my knee outward. Because that's the position you want to do during a squat. That's how you engage the glutes. 3, 2, 1. Gotta remind myself to count, because this whole thing's new to me. 3, 2, 1, and back down. Still keeping my knee out. This is great to do by something you can hang on to in case you fall over and are clumsy as I am. I'm going to do both legs to strengthen both sides. Probably for about 3 sets. So I get a decent workout in and I'm rehabbing and adjusting, hopefully helping my back release tension and pressure as I strengthen the glutes and the quads. Now I'm going to do a split squat, a little bit wider than like a lunge split squat style. I'm going to get my leg way far back, so when I go down to do the split squat, I get a stretch in the groin area, in the inner thigh, but I'm really working the medialis here, the inside quad, and stimulating myself with this. I'm going to put my thumb here to remind myself to engage it and squeeze it and use it. Now, another point is I'm going to turn my ankle out this way just a tad so that this stays outward and helps me be stable. And then this will help keep my knee out, and this will help me engage this part of the quad better. Thumb on the glute, squeezing it, engaging it. I'm actually going to go back a little bit further, get a little bit more of a stretch, a little bit more range of motion and engagement in everything I need. Squeezing the glute the whole time. Switching legs, because this is my second. So again, thumb on the hip, engaging the glute. Ankle out to the side, just a tad, turning this in, engaging the medial, and keeping my knee out to the side so it's pointed out slightly. Stepping back a little bit more, get more of a stretch in here. Engaging the right quad and right glute. I'm trying for 8 to 15 reps, depending on when they really give out. Because I'm flexing them the whole time I do this. Excellent. Oh. So for the next move of engaging the quads, vastus medialis, and the glutes, I'm going to get in squat position. Now what I'm going to do is dig my feet into the ground so that I'm twisting the ground in this way. Boom. Now when I do that, I'm automatically bringing my knees outward, and when I do that, I'm automatically engaging the glutes. So those are already being flexed and engaged, which is what I want, and the ability to keep my knees outward is what I want. So keeping this on my chest, I want to stay super upright, and so you don't feel your back so much, you simply flex the crap out of your abs. You should be engaging those all the time, training. Okay, just staying completely upright, stance right, big breath in as you go down. And as you squat, start with the knees opening up first, then sitting back. So you get deeper. Trying to get to parallel, a little bit deeper, more range of motion and more glute activation. Kind of having to reset myself sometimes to remind myself to do the movement properly. Really taking my time with it. So I feel everything work. Practice makes perfection. So this is my new morning routine. Basically, I want to start off with a higher fat, veggie, and protein meal. So 2 to 3 eggs with a half a cup of egg whites to start. Because I love ketchup. Scoop of veggie greens by Progressive. Basically because there's like over 60 ingredients in there and different sources of vegetables from land and sea, not just land, so that's super beneficial and awesome. I'm taking a shot of B12 vitamin B complex liquid Bs, so this is beneficial to help reduce fatigue, kind of spring back your energy levels if you're feeling drained or fatigued. I have been for a bit, so giving a shot of this will hopefully help. So that's what I'm doing. And then Omega Essential Forte by Progressive Fish Oil. Basically because it's anti-inflammatory, which is why I'm having a high-fat meal right now as well, with the eggs, shot of fish oil, good to lubricate my joints, reduce inflammation, good for my brain, cognitive function, basically good for the whole body, whether you're trying to burn fat or build muscle. So that's what I'm doing. And a cup and a half-ish, almost 2 cups of almond milk. Couple more grams of fat, couple more grams of protein as well. Vitamin E, magnesium, calcium, good sources for that. So it's also unsweetened, so very low sugar. I think there might be a gram or 2. But, and of course, black coffee. Can't go wrong with that. Basically essential every morning. So that is my new morning routine.